Something remarkable happened in Burkina Faso. No foreign aid, no big declarations, no international media coverage. Yet across the country, millions came out of their homes. Not to protest, not to campaign, but to clean. And it all started with a simple call from President Ibrahim. No press conference, no government event, no official contract, no advisors. He just said, take responsibility for your own neighborhoods, and he led by example. In the capital city of Ouagadougou, the president was seen shoulder to shoulder with ordinary citizens, cleaning the streets. No TV cameras, no speeches, just action. The message was clear. This is our country. We must take care of it ourselves. That message spread like wildfire. From cities to remote villages, men and women came out with brooms, carts, gloves, and buckets, and they got to work. This is Burkina Faso. There's no noise here, just truth. What you hear is based on facts, not fiction. No propaganda, no makeup. If you believe in this Africa real, raw, and rising, then like, share, and subscribe. Let's write our own story. For 7 days straight, citizens took part in National Sanitation Week. Schoolyards were cleaned, drains were unclogged. Markets, hospitals, roads, and neighborhoods were transformed. No NGO organized it, no rewards were promised, no police were needed. This was a people-powered movement. Teachers ended school early to clean classrooms and gates. Youth teams mobilized. Traders paused sales to clean market stalls. Even soldiers quietly joined, not as commanders, but as citizens. This wasn't symbolic, it was real, and it changed everything. For the first time in years, people cleaned, not for praise, but for dignity and pride. One small call united an entire nation. From Ouagadougou to Bobo-Dioulasso, from Koudougou to Fada Naguma, from Mangadori, Tenkodogo to Gawa. With no budgets, no foreign help, only hands rebuilt their environment. Street cleaners were joined by shopkeepers. Trash was removed from alleys and bus stops. Plastic waste was pulled out of clogged drains. At health centers, nurses cleaned courtyards, and doctors wiped doors. Volunteers repaired benches, cleared roads, and removed dirt that had been gathering for years. In schools, students and teachers scrubbed walls, cleaned toilets, and painted classrooms. Parents joined not because they were told to, but because it mattered. This was happening everywhere. In marketplaces, vendors paused business to clean under their stalls. Places once buried in trash were made new. In Bobo-Dioulasso, streets blocked for months were reopened. In Kaya, youth cleaned the transport junction. In Zorgo, the health post area was restored. The impact wasn't just visual, it was deeply human. For the first time, many people saw their neighborhoods truly clean. Closed drains started flowing again. Dusty yards became play areas for children. Open grounds, once dumps, became places for community gatherings. And this happened in just 1 week. No media circus, no foreign journalists. But the results, real and powerful? People proved that development doesn't always require foreign aid. Sometimes it just needs determination. Have you ever helped clean your neighborhood? Would you like to see something like this in your city? Tell us in the comments, we're listening. This was more than sanitation, it was a revolution of spirit. Hospitals became cleaner. Nurses said they no longer had to walk through filth to reach work. Doctors noticed fewer flies, less stench. In some areas, diseases like diarrhea even declined. This movement reminded citizens of who they are. For years, many thought development comes from outside, from projects, from foreign funds, from NGOs. But here there were no contracts, no consultants, just people working together. Elders said, "This feels like the old days when communities took action together without orders or permission." In mosques and churches, this effort was mentioned in prayers and sermons. People called it both a sacred duty and an act of protection for the land. In marketplaces, shopkeepers stood prouder behind their clean stalls. Customers noticed the difference. The marketplace wasn't just for buying and selling anymore. It became a place of shared pride. Children returned to cleaner schools. Attendance even improved, not because kids suddenly loved school, but because now going there felt good. No prizes, no competition. Yet the whole country felt proud of what they had done. No one asked for credit. No one asked for money. This silent pride born from selfless action was the greatest result of all, because this wasn't just about clean streets. It was about realizing that we can shape our own destiny. There were no grand speeches, no global platforms. But something massive was changing quietly, but surely. President didn't just supervise, he worked. He was seen sweeping the streets, not behind security walls, but beside ordinary citizens. Not giving orders, just setting an example. For many, this wasn't a gesture, it was a revolution. A reminder that leadership means leading by doing. Inspired by his example, the government made a decision. This wouldn't be a one-time event. Every month, Burkina Faso would celebrate a day of cleanliness and civic duty. From now on, every district would come together monthly to clean, protect, and uplift their spaces. No holiday was declared. No fines were imposed. Yet the people embraced it. Schools added cleaning time to weekly timetables. Market unions formed cleaning committees. Neighborhoods self-organized, no instructions needed. This wasn't for the government. This was for themselves, for their children, and for the dignity of their homeland. Burkina Faso took a small step and turned it into a national movement. This is what leadership looks like. Not built on budgets, but on action. This is what change looks like. Not waiting for help, but helping each other. Sometimes progress doesn't start with a massive project. Sometimes it begins with a broom and a purpose. No flashy logos, no donor campaigns, no international slogans. Yet this movement succeeded. Thousands joined not for applause, but for something deeper. To remind themselves that they own their future, that they can change their fate. No, the cleaning wasn't perfect. But it was enough to prove that progress can start anywhere. With just a broom and a will, no experts, no monitoring missions, just ordinary people. And maybe that's why it was so powerful. Burkina Faso has shown the world. Sovereignty isn't a theory, it's an action. You don't always need money. Sometimes, all you need is to take the first step. Africa faces many challenges: pollution, disengagement, hopelessness. But the solution is also within the people. If 300 citizens in Burkina Faso can achieve this in just 7 days, why not the rest of Africa? This is not a competition. It's a lesson that when dignity leads, anything is possible. This was a quiet revolution, proving that development doesn't come from noise. It comes from action. It's not from waiting, but from doing it together. If you've watched this far, one thing is clear. This story moved you. But here's the surprising part. 90% of viewers leave without liking or subscribing. Think about it. If you could get such powerful, inspiring stories every week, wouldn't that be worth a simple click? So please, like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Your support gives us the power to keep telling truthful, meaningful stories. Till next time, take care and love your country.